10 sleep products that actually cut daily parenting stress. Must-haves. Sleep deprivation does not announce itself loudly. It slips into daily life slowly, disguising itself as irritability, forgetfulness, emotional overload, and the feeling that everything takes more effort than it should. Parents often assume stress comes from schedules, behavior, or responsibility, when in reality it starts with exhaustion that never fully resets. The brain is not built to parent well on fragmented sleep. Reaction times slow, empathy shrinks, and patience evaporates long before the day even begins. What makes this worse is that sleep loss becomes normal so quickly that it stops being questioned. The goal here is not perfect sleep. The goal is removing the small nighttime disruptions that quietly stack stress day after day. White noise machine. A white noise machine changes the entire sleep environment, not just the sound. The brain is incredibly sensitive to sudden changes in noise, especially during lighter stages of sleep. Doors closing, footsteps, traffic, or even another child shifting in bed can pull the brain toward wakefulness without fully waking the body. White noise works by smoothing out those sound spikes so they no longer register as threats. Over time, the brain begins to associate that steady sound with safety and rest. Parents often do not realize how much stress comes from half sleeping all night, listening for disruptions. When noise becomes predictable, the nervous system finally relaxes. Sleep deepens, wake-ups shorten, and mornings feel less like emotional recovery missions. Over weeks, this consistency retrains sleep patterns, not just reactions. Nights feel less fragile and more reliable. That sense of reliability alone reduces daily anxiety. Blackout curtains. Light is one of the strongest regulators of the sleep-wake cycle, yet it is rarely controlled intentionally. Early sunlight, streetlights, or seasonal changes can shift sleep patterns without anyone realizing why nights suddenly feel harder. Blackout curtains create a consistent visual signal that tells the brain it is still time to rest. This consistency is especially important for kids whose internal clocks are still developing. When sleep is not interrupted by creeping light, rest becomes more complete. Parents often notice better moods and smoother mornings before connecting the dots back to improved sleep quality. Darkness does not just extend sleep time, it protects the depth of sleep that actually restores energy. Over time, mornings start with less resistance. The day begins calmer instead of reactive. That shift changes the entire household rhythm. Weighted blanket. Some bodies struggle to settle even when the room is quiet and dark. A weighted blanket provides deep pressure input that helps calm an overactive nervous system. This pressure mimics the feeling of being held, which signals safety and relaxation to the brain. Studies on sensory processing show that deep pressure can reduce anxiety and improve sleep onset. For kids who toss, turn, or struggle to stay still, the blanket reduces movement without force. Parents often notice fewer bedtime delays and fewer night awakenings. The real benefit shows up during the day, when emotional regulation improves because the body finally experienced deep rest. Mornings feel less rushed. Emotional reactions soften. The entire day feels more manageable. Bedtime routine. Visual chart. Evenings are often stressful long before bedtime actually arrives. Transitions are hard for developing brains, especially when expectations feel vague or change nightly. A visual routine chart removes uncertainty by showing the sequence clearly. When kids know what comes next, resistance drops because surprises disappear. The brain relaxes when predictability increases. This reduces power struggles and repeated reminders that drain patience every night. Over time, the routine becomes automatic and internalized. Parents stop feeling like managers and start feeling like guides. Even difficult nights feel easier to navigate. Consistency replaces chaos, and stress drops without extra effort. Sound activated, night light. Nighttime wake-ups are often made worse by disorientation. Complete darkness can feel overwhelming, while bright lights trigger full alertness. A sound-activated night light bridges that gap gently. It provides just enough light to orient without stimulating the brain into wake mode. When kids wake, they can reorient quickly and return to sleep faster. Parents benefit by avoiding harsh lighting during check-ins. Over time, nighttime anxiety decreases because the environment feels supportive rather than confusing. Wake-ups become shorter and less emotional. Sleep feels less interrupted. Everyone rests better. Breathable, comfortable sleepwear. Sleepwear plays a larger role in sleep quality than most people expect. Fabrics that trap heat or restrict movement create subtle discomfort that causes frequent micro-awakenings. These interruptions fragment sleep even if the child never fully wakes. Breathable materials help regulate temperature and allow the body to relax naturally. Parents often notice reduced restlessness and fewer nighttime adjustments. Over time, this leads to deeper sleep cycles and calmer mornings. Emotional regulation improves naturally. Less friction shows up throughout the day. Sleep training clock. Time is abstract for kids, and unclear expectations around morning wake-ups create daily stress. A sleep training clock translates time into visual signals the brain can understand. When kids see clear indicators for sleep and wake times, anxiety around morning transitions decreases. Early wake-ups become less frequent because expectations feel concrete. Parents experience fewer negotiations and interruptions at dawn. Over time, kids develop independence around sleep habits. Mornings become calmer. The entire day starts on a better note. Aromatherapy diffuser with calming scents. Scent is deeply tied to memory and emotional regulation. A consistent calming scent at bedtime creates a powerful sleep association. Over time, the brain begins to relax automatically when that scent is present. Research shows certain scents can lower heart rate and promote calm. This makes bedtime transitions smoother, especially after overstimulating days. Parents often notice reduced resistance without changing routines dramatically. The environment supports relaxation. The body responds faster. Sleep comes easier. Pressure, relieving mattress, topper. An uncomfortable sleep surface causes subtle strain that disrupts sleep quality. Pressure points prevent muscles from fully relaxing, leading to frequent position changes. A pressure-relieving mattress topper improves support and comfort. When the body can rest evenly, sleep deepens naturally. Parents often focus on routines and overlook the physical foundation of sleep. Improving comfort removes an invisible barrier to rest. Night waking decreases. Mornings feel lighter. Energy lasts longer. Calm audio stories or gentle music. The brain struggles to transition from stimulation to silence. Calm audio stories or gentle music give the mind something soft to focus on while winding down. Unlike screens, audio does not activate visual processing or suppress sleep hormones. Over time, these sounds become part of the sleep cue system. Kids settle faster and resist bedtime less. Parents spend less time managing emotional pushback. Bedtime becomes calmer. Sleep starts sooner. Nights feel more predictable. Sleep does not remove every parenting challenge, but it changes how challenges are experienced. When rest improves, patience stretches further, reactions soften, and stress becomes manageable instead of overwhelming. These sleep products do not promise perfect nights. They quietly remove friction that drains energy over time. Like the video if it helped. Subscribe for more tools that make parenting feel sustainable. Share this with someone who is running on empty and deserves better rest.